Good morning. It's Sunday, June 19th, and I'm almost halfway through a year of daily use with this particular Bible, this Crossway Heirloom Heritage Edition in Horween leather. And I had intended on filming a monthly review of this Bible with the intention of, with daily use, how does the Horween leather on a Bible as a cover, how does it fare? How does it age? How does it justify perhaps the $100 premium price tag over and above that of the standard heirloom editions from Crossway? And those of you who may have been looking forward to it noted that I did not produce a video for April, and then again not for May, and here we are. I'm not quite the end of June and doing this one early, actually. And basically what it came down to was I had found that each month the video was essentially the exact same. Let's look at a couple of nicks and dings and scratches and talk about the appearance of the cover. And really what it was that the appearance of the cover is not changing. And that's not a negative statement. It's more a matter of, well, if my test is to use this and see how things fare, the fare was that nothing was really happening per se. Now, as you look at this, as I'm panning over the front cover, obviously this has really accumulated far more nicks and dings than it did 2.5 months ago. Again, I want to reiterate, because I've had a couple of people comment, it's like, oh gosh, how did you spend so much money and then you're, destroying your cover? I'm like, well, no, I'm not. I'm using it daily. Keyword there being using, and perhaps daily. But my Bible here, this particular one, does not go back into its box. It does not travel with me wrapped in that felt liner that comes with the heirloom editions. This particular Bible does not spend time somehow safe in my car when I'm traveling to work. In fact, some of these nicks and dings have come from the fact that on a few occasions I've had to brake suddenly and it fell off the front seat and down onto the floor. So it's accumulated a few dings and scratches as a result of that. Now, could be angry, sure. But again, the whole point was to see, why is it that Crossway used Horween leather? Why is it that they talk about it aging and developing character? Well, it's not going to age and it's not going to develop character without use and without being exposed to dings and nicks and such. So I am not babying it. I'm not protecting it. I am attempting to develop a year's worth of character. And as we can see, all these nicks and scratches, that's the character. The color is not really changing. There's all this talk of patina. Well, from what I've been doing and reading and researching about Horween leather, normally used as clothing, or things like bags, or boots, belts, wallets, things like that, is that a patina is literally just the wear and tear on the leather over a course of several years, not even months. So for example, a wallet will change its appearance quite radically over several years of daily use, being taken in and out of a pocket, carried around, put in places, put down, taken out, used, and whatnot. So over the course of years, the leather may develop a significant change in color, not necessarily daily use. You can see I've got quite a few larger scratches there. Now, early on when the Horween leather Bibles first came out, there were a couple of other reviewers who were doing things where they were, crushing the leather covers. They were trying to make them limp and floppy, like as if you had to absolutely be limpest and floppiest right out of the box you could possibly get it. And so they were damaging their covers. This is actually quite limp and floppy. It is used every single day. But what I never did was intentionally break it in or damage it or crush the cover or anything like that. I know that very early on I had made comments to the effect, and I stand by them, that what some people were doing was crushing the cover in such a way that the outer cover was separating from the inner liner on the inside of those two materials. And that's what was causing wrinkles, because once that separates, the two pieces are no longer stretched and fitted together, and there's some wrinkling as the exterior cover then tries to contract away from the inner liner. I did not do that. I actually recommend strongly against doing that, because that literally means your cover is falling apart from the inside. So mine is, I think, rather limp and loose and floppy, if that's your goal. That's because I actually use it every single day. It's in my hand every single day. It is folded up in my hand for reading every single day. By that I mean, if I'm reading a page here, for example, pardon me, I may hold it like this while I'm reading. So the cover does get folded, but I don't crush it or break it. Plus, I may also hold it like this on occasion, because I enjoy holding and reading from one page, and so the other page is flopping down. Also, since I bring it to church, or may on occasion use it for prayer, I am known for just fidgeting, I suppose you could say. So I might fidget with the cover a bit, or with the text block, and roll it and things like that over time. But that's just me using it. That's me touching it. I like the feel of leather. So there we go. So yeah, it hasn't necessarily changed its color. It's not patinaing in the sense that, oh, it's so radically different now. It is definitely bearing the marks of my daily use. And maybe that's the point, is that my cover will look different from anyone else's cover based on how I've used it. And I think that's a good thing. Now, some people are going to look at this and be, oh, I spent $300 on that. I'm going to baby it, and it's going to be pristine for as long as I own it. And that's fine. That's you. You do you. I wanted to see what this will look like with its significant heavy use. One last note. As I mentioned, I've had this fall off the front seat of the car more than once, probably 3 times now. What I've been impressed with is that, boy, the gilt is still unscuffed after 6 months of daily continuous use, with the exception of like that little mark right there. Somehow or another, the gilt has survived. I'm rather impressed. Also, pages haven't been crushed or anything like that. Nothing has come loose. Nothing is falling off. Nothing is falling out. I don't have any loose signatures or signatures that are prominently popping out. So in that regard, I think that this Bible is very well constructed. It's definitely endured getting used on a regular daily basis. So, well, anyway, that instead of a monthly review, this is my half-year mark, essentially. And this is what it looks like after half a year of daily use, unprotected, unboxed, and just in the hand every single day. All right, thanks for your time. Have a great Sunday. God bless.